Why don't you go to bed, Billy?
I will in a minute.
You're going to get all depressed sitting here by yourself.
Did you ever see where my room is?
You have to go down a corridor where nobody's lived for the past 50 years. Then up a flight of stairs where my great-granduncle or somebody tripped and broke his neck. And then past the spot where my grandfather died of a heart attack. I'd rather be depressed here than there.
Poor Billy. No wonder you used to get all those nightmares.
Used to. I still get them.
What are they like? Are they terrible?
I don't know. They're more strange than terrible. I'm always a little boy when I'm in my room. It's late. I hear somebody outside making a kind of a scraping sound. I get out of bed, look out of the window, and there's a man climbing up the wall, coming closer toward my window. I yell for my mother, and she comes into the room just as the man is coming in through the window. I hold onto her legs, crying. I'm so small, I only come up to her waist. The man is in the shadows. You can almost recognize him, but not really. He says that he's insane, and that someone else in the room is insane also, and that he's going to nod his head. And when he does, that other insane person will nod their head. He nods, and I look up at my mother, and she's nodding her head. And then she starts laughing at me, and she picks me up in her arms, runs outside, and throws me into the pond.
Oh, Billy, we've all got to get out of here. Come on, go to bed. I'll walk you past all those spooky corridors. So we can get there before Richard throws us both in the pond. What's wrong?
Nothing. You just made me realize the man in my dream who climbs up my wall is Richard. I'm sorry. I just never thought of it before. Just a dream.
What is it, Arthur?
It's Dr. Caleb in.
He's at breakfast. Is it important?
Yes.
All right, then. Come on in. Excuse me, but Arthur's here. He says he has something important to tell you.
Excuse me. And Arthur? I drained the pond, like you told me to. And there's something there I think you'd want to see. Show me.
Richard.
Beautifully done. I never saw that before. Quite skillfully carved, I must say. I work in iron, remember? 6 years ago, you worked in stone. I never did that. Every one of us worked in stone.
My father loved teaching us. Someone else did that. I didn't.
No one else pursued this inherited talent. Nobody?
Leave him alone. He told you before he's never seen it, and he meant it. Come on, Richard, let's go.
No. He's trying to play a game with me, don't you see?
Your mother lies in bed in a state of shock caused by something or somebody. I don't call that a game, Richard.
Has the all-seeing doctor noticed that a certain money-hungry, conniving little woman has left our midst? That my mother in her struggle clung on desperately to a very valuable diamond tiara?
But I think that shrine has been in that pond for 5 or 6 years. I don't think that 5 or 6 years ago Louise had even heard of Castle Hannibal. Do you?
What do you want out of this, Doctor?
Oh, I don't know. Just the solution to the nightmare that has disturbed this family for 6 years. After all, I am the family doctor, you know. I didn't mean to annoy your brother, because I think he's right. I think Louise did try to steal your mother's tiara, and I think she'll come back. I think she's hiding somewhere in town. Will you help me look for her?
Sure, if you want me to.
I do. Because your brother's upset, and the young girl, too. That leaves the two of us. What do you think?
Sure, I guess you're right.
We look for her tonight.